Hello, this is Mr. Williams, and the first thing we're going to do is this is your GeoGebra assignment dealing with integration, and your assignment is to basically be able to have an input bar that shows a function and show that it's being integrated from A to B with respect to X using a trapezoidal approximation, using a underestimate using rectangles, an overestimate using rectangles, and having little check boxes for those. So here we go. Let's just start with any function. We could put anything in there, but I'm going to say f of x equals x squared plus 1. Okay, so there's my function. And I see my function is up here. I see the graph of it. I want to now make an input bar, or an input box. And the caption will be f of x equals. I'm going to link it to the object. If I click over here on this little arrow, I see where it says x squared plus 1. I can click on OK. I can right click on this, go to object properties. I don't necessarily need it to that box to be that long. So if I go to style, the box length is 20. I'll make it 10. Text is basic. There we are. So I've got x squared plus 1. You can see that I can actually click on here now and change things. I could change this to x cubed plus 3, and it will change it around. So there's a little input box. I'm going to go back to x squared plus 1. Okay. I want to have some inputs for where I'm integrating from A to B. So I'm going to just move this function over here. If you're having problems moving it, you can go to object property, and we do not want to fix the object. So we want to click off on fixed object and close it, and now we should be able to move it around. I also want to see if I'm integrating from A to B, so I'm going to make an input box for A. So the caption will just be A equals. And actually, I'm not going to do that yet. I am going to it's one of those things that you can't really put an input box and link it very well unless you've already made that. So I'm going to just type in here, I'm going to say A equals -1. I'm going to say B equals 2. And then I'm going to make input bars for both of those. So now I can make an input bar. Input box. Click down here. My caption will be A equals. I'm going to link it to A. Say OK. I'm going to put another one down here. I'm going to say B equals. And I'm going to link it to B. I don't need those bars to be so wide, so I'm going to go to object properties, and my style, I'm going to make them just 5. Once again, I just right clicked on B and went to object properties, and I'm setting it equal to 5. So there. I have my A and B. Notice I can click on my input box, and if I want to make this -3, I can do that. It changes. I'm pretty much set. And I'm going to go back to -1. So we have these little input boxes. We can move them around. We're set. We have our function. And I'm going to click back here on the arrow because I don't want to do any more input boxes. It asked me to start making some integrals. I want to make an integral that I want to find approximations for an integral, and I want to find the exact integral. And so here we go. To get the exact integral, I'm just going to type in int. It says integral, and I'm just going to click on integral. My function is f of x. My start value is going to be a, which is nice because I can change it with my input box. And my end value will be b. And I hit enter, and there I am. I see it's saying that that has a value of 6. I want to double check and make sure that I want lots of decimal places here. So if I go to options, font size, that is not what I care about, but rounding. I think I said in the thing I said 5 decimal places, but I see that it goes from 5 to 10 decimal places here. So let's just go with 5 decimal places. We'll go with 5 decimal places. So looks like it's exactly 6. And I can actually just click off on that point to show it and not show it. I can also right click on this on object properties for basic. I want to show the object. I don't necessarily want to show the value. So I'm just going to say show the name. And so there we are. C is 6, and that's what it is. I'm going to make a text box now. And I'm going to write in here the to 5 decimal places. I'm going to go to this LaTeX formula. I'm going to go to integrals. And you're going to see it puts a weird code there. That's integrating from A to B. I'm going to highlight the A, and I'm going to click on my A. And I'm going to erase that other little a there. You can see it's giving you a preview here. And I'm going to highlight the B. I'm going to click on my B. And I believe it wants the function here, so I'm going to put the function there. Shows me x squared plus 1. I got a little preview here, and see I don't have a space here. So I'm actually going to go down here to the LaTeX. I'm going to put a space. I'll put a space over here also. So to 5 decimal, I need a space in between places. It's a little bit weird, but you get the gist. To 5 decimal places, the integral of, there's f. I need to have another space. I'm going to say dx. I'm going to say equals, and the value is c. And looks like it shows me that. To 5 decimal places, the integral from -2 to 2 of the quantity x squared plus 1 with respect to x is 6. I like that. Notice what this does right now. This allows me to, I can actually come in here now and the things you'll check. I could go to -2 and it will change it, and it shows it, and it looks good. I'm going to do a couple things just to snazz this up just a little bit. I'm going to put in a point P, capital P equals, and I'm going to put the coordinates at A, comma 0. I'm going to put a point Q at B, comma 0. And then I'm going to right click on those and change their properties a little bit. I want to show the object. I do not want to show, I want to show the caption, and my caption is just going to be A, and my same thing here, object properties. I'm going to show the object, and I'm going to just show the caption, and the caption for this will be B. That way I have a clear view of here's A and here's B. And I believe I can even move these points and they'll change in my input box, and I'm set. I like it. However, I want to be able to hide this so I don't have to show this all the time. I can move this down just a little bit to 5 decimal places. This looks good. Let's put in a checkbox. And I'm going to put that right up here. The caption is value of integral to 5 decimal places. The objects I'm going to use, I want to select this text box, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to apply it, and I can now, whoops, let's go back to the arrow. I can now click off, and click on. So that goes on, it goes away. Except it is still showing. I need to go to object properties. What I don't like is I can click off and back and the text goes away, but I also want this to go away because I'm going to be doing trapezoids and a bunch of other things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back until that box goes away. And keep undoing. I guess I hit it quite a few times. There it is. The box has got away. I'm now going to create a new box. Same thing, input box. Or not input box, but checkbox. I'm going to put it up here. I'm going to say integral value to 5 decimal places. And this time I'm going to click on the text. I'm also going to click on this point C. That tells me what it is. And then I apply it. And now when I click on and off, whoops, go back over here. Now when I click on and off, they both go away. I see my A and B, but that goes away. And this takes me up to 14 minutes. And so I'm going to save this as part 1. And then we will continue on with the next part. Have a great day.